Jason Robertson has had a season of the ages, not just leading the league in goals by a healthy margin, but in my opinion being the front runner for the Hart Trophy, and it's not even all that close. Let me explain why. Hello guys, and welcome back to Grav's Spicy Takes. This week we're taking a look at Jason Robertson and why I believe he should win the Hart Trophy and be the front runner. But why is that? Well, let's take a look at some film, let's take a look at some highlights, and see why Jason Robertson should be the #1 guy. And of course, also hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. And without further ado, let's get into it. Now, Jason Robertson coming off a 79.74 game season last year, being absolutely monstrous and truly breaking out in a prolific way, came into this season without a contract. He skipped out on training camp, wasn't signed until really the start of the season. You would think there might be some growing pains involved, but so far this season, he is first in the NHL in goal scoring with 22 goals and has 39 points in 24 games. Again, you would have thought he would be perfectly ready to go, but missing training camp and doing this is unheard of. But you just look at the stat lines. First in goals, second in points per game, first in even strength goals. He has been everywhere on the ice, and you would expect maybe the defense would take a little bit of a hit, but his defensive play has been better than ever. He's always been a pretty underrated defensive player, but to me, he's really coming into his own as one of the best goal scoring and defensive threats in the league. And you look at this great graph by Jay Fresh with Jason Robertson, and you compare, of course, 2021 and 2022, and add this year onto it. His WAR is still 99th percentile, among the best in the league, 100% even strength offense, that defense rising to 78% with the added games this year, a big rise in the power play, and still that finishing being as strong as it's ever been. To me, Jason Robertson has not just been one of the best offensive players, one of the most valuable ones, but also providing a pretty solid two-way game that you wouldn't really expect. And it's all about the way he plays. One of the smartest players in the entire NHL, and positionally is every single time always where he needs to be, but the anticipation of play is truly the biggest thing. He'll always be where the puck is going to go, not where it is, and he's always able to intercept passes, get transition going, get out of his zone effectively, and that's allowed him to be one of the best rush players in the NHL. And also having Joe Pavelski and Rupe Hintz on his line is quite nice to have, but it's obvious that Robertson is play driving at an extremely elite rate, is doing everything he needs to, and yes, are the goals coming? Absolutely, but every single one has practically been deserved. With how much hard work he puts in, how good he is around the boards, how he's able to get into high danger areas, he is so good at practically everything in the offensive side of the game. And again, defensively, he doesn't skip a beat. It has been a joy to watch this player, and to me, there's very few players out there in general that are as valuable as Jason Robertson is. And this year, what he's providing, the Stars would not be a playoff team without him, wouldn't be close in my opinion. He has brought that offensive level that they need. But to me, what also sets Jason Robertson apart in the MVP conversation is especially recently what he's been able to do in key moments. I'll give you guys a look here at two games, one versus the Avalanche and one versus the Jets. The first one versus the Avalanche, as we're up 1-0, Jason Robertson gets a goal, a big response. Then with 27 seconds left in the third, empty net, the Stars needing to tie it, Jason Robertson comes through in such a big way. Then you have another huge game versus the Jets where it's 4-2, empty net, 2:13 to go. He scores from the point, gets it done, and then gets the tying goal to send that into overtime. Two games where the Stars were not going to hope to get any points, and two games where they came out with points pretty much because of Jason Robertson and his goal scoring prowess, providing so much value to the Stars, and especially in this last month, being not just the best player, but the most valuable, and coming up in the big ways. And I'll keep showing you clips here. Jason Robertson coming in a 3-2 Rangers leading game in the second, scoring in a huge way. You got a tied game versus the LA Kings to make it 2-1. You got, of course, the Winnipeg goals and the Colorado goals. Then you have a 2-2 game against Tampa, gets a huge goal in the second period, and just a bunch of goals that come in the important times. And to me, that is what has separated Robertson apart. It's not just getting these gimme empty netters and 5-0 blowout goals. It's what he he's able to do every single time when the game is close. He always somehow finds a way to be clutch and to get in great areas to score, and the results have come as they should. And when you talk about value, when you talk about the Hart Trophy, to me, no other player is worthy as much as Jason Robertson. And although that obviously could change, right now, to me, he is the Hart Trophy frontrunner and should stay that way for a very long time. But that'll be it for this week's Grav Spicy Takes. If you did enjoy, of course, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell if you haven't. Comment down below, do you guys agree or disagree with my spicy take this week? Who would be your Hart Trophy frontrunner? Do you think it's Jason Robertson? Do you think it's McDavid? Some other player? Let me know down below. Of course, share the video with all the hockey fans you guys know online. Spread the Robertson word around, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.